Hi there everyone, welcome back to Lovely Grind. My name is Michael Creevy and my website is www.lovelygrind.com. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you check out my website as well. That's where you're going to find blog posts about spiritual fulfillment, professional inspiration, as well as a balanced approach to daily living and happiness. This current series of videos I'm doing is about prescription drug withdrawal and surviving that withdrawal. I'm filming this video from Miami, Florida. That's where I've been for several weeks now, about 4 to be exact. My wife and I were scheduled for a 1-week vacation. 2 days before we were scheduled to leave, she lost her job at a healthcare facility due to some cuts they were making. Threw us for a loop there for a while, but instead of dwelling on the situation, we decided to take advantage of whatever blessing God was giving us, time it seems. So we decided to stretch a dollar as far as we could, stretch out the vacation a little longer, stay with some friends, have some experiences that we would have otherwise never have had, and make this video for Miami, Florida. It's a stark contrast to what the weather's been like back home in Wisconsin from what I've heard. So I just want all of you watching this to look in the background, see the blue skies, see the sunlight, see the palm trees. Start thinking of better days ahead, because that is what lies ahead for you, no matter how difficult things seem at the moment. This video is about the idea that nothing is impossible. That's what I really want to hammer home today. And I'm going to start by talking about a little illustration from my life that involves physical fitness. When I was going through withdrawal, I was taking Paxil and Xanax for about a dozen years. I quit them around my mid-30s, went through several years of withdrawal. The worst of it maybe lasted 12 to 18 to 24 months, but then the results of certain symptoms that could still linger if one's not taking care of oneself. So anyway, one of the things that I really wanted to do during that time was get in better shape, because I knew that exercise would ultimately be important to the healing process, and it is. But for a while there, I just could go for walks. I couldn't handle much more than that. I wanted to run, but it wasn't really possible. I wasn't in good enough shape. I remember thinking, I just can't wait till the day I can go a half mile at a time or 3/4 mile at a time. It seemed impossible back then. Now I'm running 7, 8, 9 or more miles at a time. And since I've been here in Miami the last few weeks, I've actually 3 times done something called the Raven Run. That's on South Beach. It's a daily 8-mile run led by Robert Ravencraft, the man who's been doing it every single day since 1975 without a day off. So I've written a blog post about him and about my experience running with him. You can find that on lovelygrind.com and also on michaelcreevywriter.com. It's a really inspiring story, and hopefully some of you will be inspired to shoot for the sky as far as fitness goes and recovery goes, and maybe one day make it out here to Miami and do that run with him as well. So that's just one illustration of the sorts of monumental changes that can take place within the span of a couple of years. A couple of years back, I was in a dark bedroom some mornings, feeling depressed and anxious with body pains and mental pains, and thinking that things were never going to improve. Now, a couple years later, I find myself on an extended stay in Miami, going for almost daily runs outdoors, and getting myself down to South Beach, participating in something that I would have never imagined doing several years ago. Another thing, usually I run by myself. This thing called the Raven Run. It's an open invitation. Anyone can show up for it. So that means you're running in a group. I've never run in a group before. So I was a little nervous. I was thinking, are you supposed to talk during the run? Can you listen to music during the run? Can you go at your own pace during the run? Several years ago, questions like that, doubts like that would have stopped me from participating in something new and having a great new experience. But it no longer does, and I didn't let it stop me. And as it turns out, I met some great people, had some great conversations, and earned a pretty apt nickname, which was Overworked Mind. Everyone who completes the 8 miles gets a nickname from Raven, and mine, through various conversations we had, was determined it would be Overworked Mind. I think that's actually very appropriate. So once again, I just want to hammer home to some of you watching this that there are better days out there. There is some light at the end of the tunnel. I said if I got through that tunnel of withdrawal, I would show people that that light existed. So that's what I'm trying to do with these videos. I encourage anyone who's watching to leave messages for me on these videos, write me emails, get a hold of me via the message functions on some of my websites, michaelcreevywriter.com or lovelygrind.com. check out the blog post. Stay connected. I'll respond to you. I'll try to answer your questions as best I can. I'll give you some anecdotes about my personal experience. Ultimately, everyone's withdrawal and everyone's healing is a touch different, but the one consistent thing for all of us is that if you believe in the process, if you put your faith in God, if you put your faith in time, and if you start having increased faith in yourself, then things are going to get better, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So please, just keep believing, keep connected on this YouTube channel, subscribe please, and also you can subscribe to my Lovely Grind website by going there and signing up for the mailing list where you'll get all my blog posts as they come out. Please get a hold of me via those message boards and my email, however you want to. I'll try to respond to all of you. I hope that all of you keep believing in yourselves. Remember to stay physically healthy, find little ways to get moving each day, find little ways to get motivated each day. Read books about others who have gone through withdrawal and about the process. Read message boards about those things. Know that you aren't alone. And please reach out to me if you feel the need to, because I will try to respond to you. So know that healing is happening. Nothing's impossible. The healing will get better and you will get better. Please keep believing in God, believing in yourself, and believing that the process will play itself out to a much better end than you could ever imagine. Thanks for tuning in. Please stay positive and take care of yourself until next time.